Welcome traders. Today I'd like to take you for a quick road trip in how to use the new ATS Line Trader which we have developed for Traders Outpost members. While we are systematic traders here at the Traders Outpost, this tool allows you to test out simple trend following ideas in a visual and discretionary manner in a backtest or demo forward test environment before you get serious and proceed to the design development stage of system development using Strategy Quant X or our in-house portfolio development workflow processes. Having a simple discretionary trading tool such as this allows you to quickly test out many of the popular trend following methods that you may have found in the literature and ensure that all the necessary design implications are understood before proceeding to the algorithmic design phase of portfolio development. So now let's have a look at the download files and how to install this Line Trader tool into your Metatrader 4 platform. When you download the Line Trader zip file from the download section of the members forum and then extract the files, you will find three separate files included that comprise the ATS data collector, which is an indicator used for our MT4 backtesting template, the ATS Line Trader Expert Advisor, and the tester template, which we use as the default template for our backtesting. You will want to save these files in the following locations in your Metatrader 4 file directory. To do this, open your Metatrader 4 platform and then select from the menu the File Open Data Folder option. You then save the tester template in the directory labelled Templates, save the ATS data collector in the Indicators subdirectory, and save the ATS Line Trader in the Experts directory. Once you have saved these files in their correct locations, return to the Navigator panel in the platform and click inside the Navigator panel, and with the right mouse button then select Refresh. This will compile the saved files, allowing you to then set up the backtest module. So now we are ready to commence our backtesting using the ATS Line Trader. First, make sure that you have selected the Strategy Tester module from the View menu of your MT4 platform. This will place a Strategy Tester module at the base of your screen, like we have here now. Then, from the Expert Advisor listing, select the ATS Line Trader Expert Advisor from your choice of listings. Then select the symbol of the market you want to undertake your backtest on and select the model to use. You can use any of the three options, but we recommend the Open Prices Only method as we code off the open of the bar, and this will also allow you to speedily undertake your backtest. Select the date range under which you wish to undertake your test, and then select visual mode, but ensure that the slider is set to very slow before you commence the test. Then select the period you want to undertake your test on. In this case, we will use the daily time frame. And then select the spread in points that you want to use for your testing. But in this example, we'll simply be using the current spread only. Now we will select the Expert Properties and refer to the Inputs tab. First, apply the password that you will find in the text file which is included in your download file on the members forum. Choose your preferred magic number or leave it as the default. Apply your risk criteria to your trades, and in this instance we provide three options. A percentage risk per trade, which is applied to your account balance, a fixed lot risk per trade, or a dollar risk applied per trade. In this instance, I'm going to be applying the percentage risk per trade, which is applied to my account balance. The Show Trades function provides annotation on the chart when the trades are undertaken. You can turn this off by selecting False if you want. In this case, we'll be setting this function to True. The Record All Trade History is a very useful function that creates a CSV file of all trades undertaken in the test and stores these results in the tester files directory of your MT4 data directory. If we have a quick look at the generated file from a previous test, you'll see the following information presented. The speed adjustment setting allows you to vary the speed of the backtest under the visual mode. If you find that the speed of the backtest is too fast, then you can slow it down by inserting a number in this field. The greater the number, the slower the speed of the backtest. Now, I don't want to slow things down too much, so I set my backtest speed at 1. So that's it for the properties. Now we can commence the backtest process. So here we go. Let's hit the start button and we'll run the backtest. Now the first thing you'll notice is that a screen pops up using the default template with the ATS data collector inserted into the template, and on the right hand side we have an information box which contains a number of buttons and trade information. The default template that we use for our backtesting in this case is a bar chart format, but you can set whatever format you like, but save it as a particular template. So at the moment, whilst the backtest is running, you'll note that the visual mode scroll bar is set to the far left, which means that it scrolls through at a very slow speed. Now in this case we can either press F12 by hitting the F12 button to progress bar by bar, or alternatively we can turn up the speed on the scroll bar and hit the commence button to progressively scroll through each bar. But in this case I prefer using the F12 button to scroll through my chart, so I'm going to turn it right down and then just hit the F12 button. Now this is the default template, but because you'll be using this as a method for discretionary trading a range of different systems using a range of different indicators, the choice of indicators you wish to apply on top of this default template is yours. But in this particular example for this demonstration, I'm going to be using a Donchian breakout method. So I'm going to use a Donchian channel with 100 period Donchian channel, which is now going to place the indicator on here. This is the Donchian channel indicator, and I'm also going to place for this instance a standard deviation channel which operates off my swing low of my Donchian channel up to my swing high. So these are just the particular indicators I use for this particular discretionary method, but you'll be testing a huge variety of different methods using this ATS Line Trader, so the choice is yours, but at the moment this is the one I'll be using for this demonstration. So as I scroll through a few bars, what I'm going to do is I'm now going to set up a pending order entry on a breakout. Now to do that, I come over here to this button, New Pending Order, and I hit it, I click on the button and hit F12 to activate it. That therefore selects the activation of buy or sell conditions on that pending order. Now you've got to make a choice whether you want a buy pending order or a sell pending order, and in this instance I'll be looking at a buy pending order when we achieve this breakout of this Donchian channel. So I'm going to select buy, I'm going to hit F12 again to activate it, and you'll notice that now a blue pending order entry line is initiated on the screen, and a red stop loss line is indicated on the screen. By double clicking on these lines, we can then relocate them to areas that we want to take the entry. So in this instance, on the breakout, I'm going to be setting it at the just above the Donchian channel here. And for the stop loss, I'm going to set it just below this congestion zone of these positions here. So I'm pretty happy with those conditions here for my entry and my stop condition. Now what I want to do is I want to establish or set that pending order trade into action. So I can hit place trade here and hit the F12 button to activate that pending order entry. So you'll see the pending order entry has now been created at the desired levels with the desired stop, and now we've just got to wait until that pending order entry is activated. So in this case, things are going well. Looks like we're getting close to an activation here. And we've now activated that trade, and we've turned the pending order entry into a live trade. Now you will notice that as soon as the live trade is activated, two further buttons appear on the screen, or three. We can either close the trade immediately by clicking on the close trade button here and hitting F12. So let's assume that we immediately want to close this trade now. So I'm just going to hit close trade, and the trade is closed, and the entries come up on the screen and the exit comes up on the screen. So in that case, we've taken the trade, and it's a loss in this instance, and so we've got a loss of $262 in that particular trade here. So now we can progress on. I'll just get rid of that from the screen. We can progress on by hitting the F12 button, and I'll wait for another pending order entry. So I'm going to set another pending order entry, new pending order. I'm going to be buying, and I'm going to set these stops and entries at the desired points on my screen. So in this instance, this is where I'm happy with the pending order entry, and now I'm going to place the trade, and the pending order entry is now activated again. Now if, for instance, I want to close this pending order without activating the trade, I simply hit the reset button here, which I'll do now quickly. Hit the reset, hit F12. Now the pending order entry is deactivated. We'll progress along again. Now I want to set a new pending order entry again. I set another buy entry. This instance, I'll place this close to here, and I'll put my stop down at about this level here, and I'll place my pending order entry, which is now placed. Actually, I'll reset that, sorry. Let's place another pending order entry, hit F12, hit buy, place the stop at this point here, my pending order entry at this point here, hit F12 to lock that in, then place the trade, and then hit F12 again. The order is placed, and it's now been activated. So as this order progresses, this trade order, we're getting into profits. Now, for instance, let's say I want to put down a trailing stop loss line, and in this instance I'm going to put a standard deviation channel across the data series to this point here. I want a trailing stop that goes parallel with this lower channel of the standard deviation channel. So to add that trailing stop line, I hit add trailing stop line. You'll notice that a new brown diagonal line is presented on the screen. I now orientate that line in accordance with the trailing stop that I'd like to take for this trade. So that's the diagonal placement of that trailing stop line in the area that I wish to take for the trade. And now I hit F12. You'll notice that the trailing stop line, which sits on top of the standard deviation channel here, is ratcheting up the trailing stop. You'll see the stop moving as we're heading into profit. That is now activated, that trailing stop, and things are going well. But let's say now I wish to place a take profit line rather than wait for this trade to play out and hit the trailing stop. So let's set a take profit line, you'll notice that a blue line is now placed on the screen. This is a horizontal placement line for your trailing stop, which I'm now going to place in the desired level that I want to take my my profit target. So I'm happy at that level there. Hit F12, and let's see if it gets hit. No, it doesn't get hit. My trailing stop actually got hit there, and we're out of the trade. So I'm now going to get rid of this here. So that tells you basically how to use the pending market order entry details. Now let's set a market order rather than a pending order for a trade. So as we step through, we notice that the trend is now down, and now I'm probably going to look for a sell order entry into this downtrend. So I'm going to hit new market order entry, hit F12. I'm now going to select that I wish it to be in the sell direction, and then hit F12. I now place my stop at a desired level, which is right here, and hit F12 to lock that in. Now I want to place my trade, and because this is a market order entry, it's going to trade right at this point here and take the trade immediately. So I place the trade here, hit F12, and we're into the trade. So we'll let this one play out a bit. So in this instance, looks like we're going to hit our stop. Maybe not. Yep, we've hit our stop. So that was a failed trade. So let's have a look at how we're going. Not going too well at the moment, but all the details are being recorded. Now I'm going to place another market order entry in a second when I see an opportunity arising. So let's see what happens. Okay, so we're at a point here. I think it's going to go up. I usually use a range of indicators, etc., for this determining a trade signal. However, in this instance, for this demonstration, I'm just going to take a straight buy market order entry. So new market order, hit F12, set the buy, hit F12, place a stop where I want it to be. So I want the stop to be located here, fair distance away from the entry, hit F12, and now I want to place my trade. So I'm into that trade now, and off we go. So in this case, it's a bit of a struggle. There we go, we're out, another loss. But that shows you how to use the market order entry. So just one more now. Let's do a further trade. Let's see what happens. Hitting F12 here. Let's take another, wait for a buy condition to come in. Here we go. All right, let's assume that I'm getting bullish now and I want to go for a buy order. I'll hit new market order entry. I'll hit a buy. I'll place my stop at the level I want and hit F12, place a trade, and we're away. So there we go. Let's see how this one turns out. All right, this is going well. You'll notice on the screen here that the profit, we're currently at 1388.15 in profit, which is a good result. And you'll notice this heat function here. This heat tells you from this point here, on the worst case scenario, what is the loss if you hit the stop point. So in this case, we get a loss of $578 if price reverses immediately down to this stop point here. So let's roll this through a bit further forward. Things are going okay, a bit sideways at the moment. All that beautiful profit might be disappearing off the table. No, let's just be patient. See how we go. There we go. We're out with another loss. So, but anyway, this feature, this line trader, is a very useful mechanism for you to test out ideas and concepts before you then want to go to the algorithmic stage of programming. What you'll also find is that you not only have the full report capability of Metatrader 4, but because we also use our CSV files, we have a bit more information recorded for our trade history on our CSV files. So for instance, for this demonstration I've showed you here, you'll see that we've had a large number of trades. It's got additional information in it, such as the spread cost, the commission, the swap cost per trade, a lot of the profit details here. There's more information here than what you'll get out of Metatrader 4. I find this a very useful file for all my analysis functions that I do for my portfolio development and compilation. So that gives you an idea of how to use this line trader. Of course, the use of indicators, whatever technique you wish to use, is up to you, but the process of taking trades, using the trailing stop function, using the take profit function, taking pending orders or taking market orders is all available through this bit of software, or this expert advisor, which is tradable within the Metatrader 4 environment. So I hope you enjoyed this demonstration. Our members are welcome to start downloading this and testing it out, we hope you have a great trading week ahead. So trade well and prosper. Bye.